Hi ladies and gentlemen. Well, blockchain. Blockchain for everybody. I'm going to make this video, and if I get good response, right, if you like it, I'll make a few more videos for you to understand, for majority of the regular people to understand what is this thing, blockchain, which is capturing the world while we don't pay attention, but it's really capturing the world. It's really changing how we operate as a society, and definitely changing our technology. And spreading in every corner of life, from cash registers to internet to cell phones, how cell phones operate, and different things. Now, I'm going to use help from other real professionals, knowledgeable tech people. Basically, how I learned about blockchain. I'm going to pull videos from YouTube and let you watch those videos, and I'll give credit to those people, and then I'll explain what they say, and give you a little bit better explanation in more simple terms. So we're going to start with Professor Rubin. Professor Rubin is a Chief Technical Officer at, oh my god, it's in labs, and he is expert on technical stuff, so he's going to explain it in technical terms. I suggest you watch it. It's not cartoon, so it's not really funny, right? But I suggest you watch it. It's only about 12-13 minutes, and it will get you started, right? And then we'll move on to a few other videos which I want to show you. So watch Professor Rubin first, and then we'll talk about it. Now that you've watched Professor Rubin video, you may feel that it's kind of still, maybe you get it right away, maybe you don't, but for those of you that you think it's still complicated, we're going to have another video, but I'm going to explain you the main premise, the main principle behind blockchain. The main principle, in my understanding, behind blockchain technology is decentralization and validation. Okay, let's repeat it. Main principle, in my opinion, is decentralization and validation, right? So basically what it means, and what Professor Rubin is talking about, transaction goes step by step from A to B to C to D to E, and that's how this ledger, a record of all these transactions, is being built and kept. A to B, transaction B to C, transaction C to D, transaction D to E. This ledger supposed not to allow for duplication of efforts, right? And that's why this ledger gets disseminated, and that's different between blockchain technology and current technology. Due to decentralization, this ledger gets disseminated to hundreds of thousands, millions of other places, other computers all over the world. And that's, I think, the main point of technology, of blockchain technology, is decentralization by making copies of this ledger and disseminating it immediately to multiple locations everywhere, all over the world. What it means that if somebody wants to go and say hack it and alter this ledger for whatever their evil benefit, they cannot do it because there is no central place. If they try to go and change the ledger in one place, there are thousands of other places and computers, and they immediately click, oh my god, this is not right. What are you doing? You cannot do that. You cannot change it. This is not right. We have this ledger, it's a copy. You cannot do that. No, this is wrong. You're doing it wrong. You cannot do it. And several thousand computers, several thousand places, immediately there's a red flag. Someone's trying to do it. They will not accept this transaction as valid. They will not validate it. So this transaction will be invalid, and it will not be recorded, and it's null, void. Nothing happens. That's the difference between centralization. Like right now, most service companies, businesses, they kept and banks, they keep central ledgers, like centralized ledgers of all the transactions. And if a good hacker or hacker team can hack in, they can alter this central ledger for their own evil, or maybe not so evil, who knows, benefit. Basically what happens is they change it, and they can change it in a way that nobody knows that it was changed, right? But it immediately changes the picture. They get benefit and no one knows the benefit. I mean, it's really a mess. They can change it and it's like it was there. It becomes valid and working. And things change, somebody change financial position, you can steal money like that and other things. You can do it, right? And that's what blockchain as a decentralized technology wants to avoid. It's in a decentralized environment, this hacking into place will not be validated. Apparently, as I understand, to change blockchain ledger, you would have to go to millions of locations and change it everywhere, and it's kind of the idea is that it's not possible with modern technology. You just can't. There is no power to do it. Now that's the main thing how I understand blockchain. That's why there is so much buzz about blockchain as a very useful technology, which basically very secures our technology. The blockchain technology itself adds a significant security to all other our technology and all our technological processes, which are right now quite vulnerable to hacks and changes and alteration. You cannot alter it. That's the point. Now I'm going to show you another video in more simple terms, and we will talk about it later. So please watch and enjoy, and we'll talk about it later. Thank you. What you just saw was a bird's view, an overview of blockchain, of technology, of principles, of how it works and how it works is going to work in our society. It's a so-called bird's view. So they don't go into details, especially into technical details, but few things are worth mentioning. Well, first of all, they do talk about decentralization. It's one of the main ideas, like I said, of the blockchain technology period. And the other concept which you need to learn is proof of work. This is what I called validation in the beginning of this video, or early in this video. I call it validation, but the industry term, the correct term, is proof of work. Without proof of work, there can be no additional ledger entry. And that proof of work is basically validation that this is real thing, okay, that the transaction really happened, and so on. The importance of this video is that, and I don't know if you were able to catch it or not, is the influence, the potential influence on blockchain on our whole way of life, on all economy. And since we live in a technical revolution right now, because what we see now, what we have seen for the last 20-25 years, is technical revolution, which is much bigger than, in my opinion, than industrial revolution, but somehow less noticeable because it's virtual, but it's changing everything completely. Now the blockchain technology is going to disrupt industries and economy, and I wouldn't say economy, industries, and the way we do business and our technology, even on a much significantly greater scale. What we have seen was just the beginning. We are going to see disruption of major industries. First of all, pretty much all service industries will be disrupted this or another way. Some professions are going to disappear, or at least some in professions, some areas are going to disappear completely. They will not be needed. And technology itself, the established technology firms are really scratching their heads right now because they understand that what they offer will be affected by blockchain very significantly. They may go out of business. This is really serious technology. This is really serious stuff. It's a real deal. And this includes companies like, I don't know, security companies too, by the way. Everything has to do with servers and security, and things like trusts or escrow. I mean, they will transform those industries very quickly, and anything from cashier registers to law firms. It's a really serious impact, and it's kind of scary in a way, but you gotta brace yourself and prepare yourself for the future, because it's coming very soon. In the next 10 to 15, 20 years, we'll see new professions appear, new type of professionals, new industries appear. Most likely blockchain technology development will be a whole separate industry. And if you, for example, want to really be prepared and jump into and be able to find work in that industry, one of the best ways is, I would say, to learn HTML, CSS as a beginner, and JavaScript, because a lot of current blockchain scripts are written in JavaScript. So if you learn that, if you are a tech person, if you are keen to programming, if you learn that, and you may be able to find some interesting job which you can't even name right now. In the future, developing blockchain technology, you may be in demand, or you can learn other aspects of blockchain, because frankly, it's untested water, and very few people get it. First of all, very few people actually get it. A lot of people are talking about it because people jump on a new thing and they want to seem experts, and we live in entertainment economy, like Bloomberg said in his book a long time ago. And what they do, really, entertainment. Basically, that's what I do right now. It's entertainment, really. It's education / entertainment. I understand it's not very entertaining, but very few people apparently get it. That's what I heard from experts. What it really is, how it works, and what's the future, what the future holds for this technology, for development. Now, so I mean, sky is the limit. Get yourself ready now. Now, we will see additional video. I'm going to show you additional video. Just additional information on another overview of how blockchain technology works, but it's a little bit not as detailed as Professor Rubin's. I mean, not as down to earth as Professor Rubin's, and not as bird's view as previous video. But it's like somewhere in the middle. Additional information. It's easily digestible for you to understand. Now, I'll give you an example what I think, for example, blockchain technology can do. See, when I do this video, I pull videos of made by other people from YouTube, and I embed them, join with my narrative, and basically I create this free tutorial overview of blockchain. It's a possibility that with blockchain technology I will not be able to do it in the future. Because YouTube will not accept this video, this script, without proof of work, for example. And I cannot get proof of work because they will be developed some mechanisms for authors and intellectual property holders to really control distribution and dissemination of their product. Anything from music to articles to video, obviously. So who knows what's gonna happen. So right now, just enjoy next video, and it will get you a little bit more, it will give you a little bit more an understanding of blockchain technology. Watch the video.